Okay, hello everybody. So we are here today with the fabulous Jessica Addison, and I know y'all hear me say that about all the people on my staff, but they really are fabulous. They really, really are. So I really want you guys to know how fabulous they are. So Jessica, we're gonna dive right in and introduce you to everybody. So
Okay.
tell everybody, why did you decide to do an internship with the sex therapy practice? And then what did your mama say?
Oh gosh. Well, first when I found out
Okay.
it was a sex therapy office, I was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. I like sex. I like talking about sex. That's great." But really diving into it and really doing my research and working with you, it gave me a better feel of trying to bring minds and body into the bedroom. Because I think when people hear about sex, they just think about the physical.
Yeah.
But one thing that I kind of grown to want to be my purpose is to kind of bring, like I said, our minds and bodies into the bedroom, being one with ourselves.
Yeah.
A lot of times as adults, we don't feel like we have anything else to explore. We went through puberty, we went through adolescence. There's nothing no one can tell me about my body. There's so many other elements to that
Yeah.
of learning about yourself or for yourself and for your partners.
Yeah.
Now, my mom, she thought I was just going. I don't know if she thought I was gonna be an escort or I was gonna be walking through sex with people. She was like, I mean, y'all talk about the freaky stuff today. You go to your sex talks. I'm like, Mom, it's not sex talk. It's really sexual education that everybody
Yeah.
needs to have. Because a lot of people are shameful of things based on like family and culture and religion and all that good stuff. So when people hear about it, they think of the physical, but it's way more than that. And I'm
Yeah.
learning more and I'm having a better appreciation for sex therapy.
Are you surprised at how often in sex therapy we don't talk about sex?
Yes. Yes. I tell a lot of my clients, even in coming to a sex therapy
Yeah.
place, they kind of cringe up and say, I don't know if I should say this. And they're still embarrassed because that's how big, like, the black sheep of sex has been in society. But I tell all of my clients, the only thing that is holding you back, the only fear that is holding you back is the distance you put between yourself and that conversation. So, as much as you
Ooh.
kind of open up, just know this is a judgment free zone. You can be as loose as if you want to be. I'm going to match that. Everything will be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It is so interesting because we still have clients who are with us 6 months, a year, and we're
Mhm.
working on issues, but they have not like started to talk about the sex stuff yet. So that's always interesting. And I think me and
Mhm.
my colleagues, who and my the group that I'm thinking about, they've all been doing therapy longer than I have. And we always joke that like sometimes sex therapy has nothing to do with sex at all.
Mhm. It
So I hope that didn't disappoint you too much.
doesn't.
And because I don't know what we think because I've been doing it in so long, so I can't go back and look on the outside. I know I never in a million years could have told you that I'd be doing this when I grew up, ever,
Mhm.
ever. I mean, I didn't know it existed. I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
And even when I was in grad school and counseling, it's not until I came across a sex therapist that I was like, you don't say. And then she started
Yeah.
giving me all of these answers for my life, and she it's like she became my Yoda. And so then I turned around and wanted to do this work. So for you, let's go back. What has a single mom of, is it two kids or three kids?
Too.
Two kids say, I want to, on top of working a full time job, on top of being a mom of two kids, single, on top of being a daughter, probably PTA person, working in various
Yes.
things. What in the world made you say, I want to go be a therapist? I want to be a counselor. I want to go back to school, grad school, mind you, study my
Yes.
butt
Yeah.
off so that I can
Mhm.
help people. Who does that? And why would you do that?
I think ever since high school, I wanted to be some type of therapist or counselor. Like I love psychology once it gets past like the biological part of it and get to the relationships.
Mhm.
And I think in my undergrad, I said, I wanted to do photography, like, because I'm an art major as well, and I do a lot of art
Hmm.
therapy with my clients. But then, I had my kids, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather write a paper and have his belly than to be walking around with a camera on my belly. So I got my undergrad from the University of West Georgia, and I became an RBT, working with kids with autism. I did it. I tried it for a year. It was okay, but I'm like, yeah, I'd rather work with adults. I think that's my strong suit. So
Hmm.
it was just middle of the night looking for some online programs, master programs, just going back to what I initially wanted to do. Because I've always been the person that people go to for advice, relationship advice, me going through my own ordeal of that uh, relationship issues and kind of growing from that, it kind of molded me. But also, I had to know it was more than the cliche, you're the easy person to talk to, you should be a therapist. It's so much bigger than that. And it's
Yeah,
so many different layers. So I had to kind of humble myself to know it's more than just being that person on the phone and hearing somebody crying at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning about something. It's really kind of understanding people, understanding why, and respecting all aspects. And in
yeah.
a therapist, you're gonna come in contact with a lot of people who are different from you, who might choose things different from you, but really trying to understand and give them that understanding that society or other people don't give them. So I think just wanted to be understood, wanted to be heard for myself, and wanted to give that to other people who maybe want to kind of be that pillar in the mental health field.
Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna hold you much longer, but I gotta say two things. A, I didn't know the autism thing. And the
Yes.
intersectionality of autism and sexuality is huge. So I like
Hmm.
immediately want to go market you to every adult autistic person and couple that's dealing with autism in the sex world because
Yeah,
it's so it's such a thing.
yeah.
So oh my god, we gotta have more conversations around autism in a relationship, and then autism,
Hmm.
how it plays out in the bedroom. And I know
Yes,
we talked about ADHD after dark, but we're gonna have to
yes.
talk about autism after dark. So
Okay.
excited about that. I think the other thing I forgot what I wanted to say. I got so excited about that. So, what would you want? And I'm just gonna pivot. What would you want people to know about working with you? That when they come in and they choose to work with you, or they see you on the internet, they choose to work with you. What do you want them to know?
I want them to know that working with me breaks any type of hesitation, any type of cold feet they might have about therapy. Because a lot of people in therapy, a lot of nationalities, they don't like therapy because they feel like it's someone judging them.
Yeah.
Working with me, a lot of my clients, they all say they love talking to me because it's like a judgment-free zone. They feel like they've been knowing me for years. It's very personable. And with that, I feel like what I do is not only educate, but really want to do something tailored to every single client and not treating them as a number, but treating them as a person. So if you
Yeah.
want a therapist that you can laugh, you can talk with, you can cuss, yell, whatever you want to do to make yourself feel comfortable and get all those feelings out so we can clearly find a great resolution for you, you can come to me and I'll be happy to have you as a client.
Oh, I love that. And I love that because that's what I want my clients to have. Every client that comes here, if nothing else, I want them to feel accepted.
Yeah.
I want them to feel heard, understood, and yeah, I don't want them to be judged. I
Yeah.
don't. And so I would love for us to be, if we could be known for anything, I would love for us to be known as that safe place. Um,
Yeah.
because so we kind of target on our website couples that aren't having sex, but there's also some people out there who they would never ever want to say out loud what they actually are thinking sexually or doing sexually. And I want you guys to know that we are here for you. And Jessica wants to give you a non judgment free zone. I want the whole practice to give that to you. And so definitely reach out, schedule a session with Jessica. She is here.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.